If you're poor, nobody respects you. If you're wealthy, everyone respects you. By way that whichever category you fall into changes the way that you carry yourself. And I know it sucks, right? I don't make the rules, unfortunately, so I'm just relaying to you how classism works, society, the economy, all of that other good stuff. But I can tell you the elements of it that make it somewhat true or real. So, number one, you're never going to be able to categorize someone perfectly because subjectivity does exist. But usually people fit in boxes because objectively, that's just how it works, okay? You share enough common traits with other people, you tend to have common other relations. So, if you grew up in a socioeconomic class that was under the poverty threshold, right? Or at the poverty threshold, whichever one, you most likely have lackluster experiences in life, which means it can remove your ability to have well rounded ideas about how the world actually works. It can also mean that you're not exposed to other cultures, other jargon, other education, other everything, okay? And again, not saying that that's always the case, but on average, it can be the case. And when you look at wealthy people, it's not that they actually have a better mentality, so to say, or they're better in any type of way, but they have the money to afford certain experiences, to indulge in certain cultures, to travel, to read, to have leisure time. They're spending their leisure time doing whatever, okay? And because of that, it is assumed that they have a more well-rounded experience in the world. Also, the way that they have to do business and use tact can afford them a certain understanding as well. So, when someone can identify that you're part of a socioeconomic class, which occurs by the way that you carry yourself, what you talk about, what you think is cool, like literally all of that, they are automatically going to decide the value of anything coming out of your mouth, any actions that have happened against you, and any actions that you have chosen to take on. Fair? Maybe not. Based on a little bit of reality? Perhaps. Do some delusional people use it to feed a certain stereotype? Absolutely.
All right, first of all, I do want to say I think it's quite idiotic trying to live your life based on what other people think about you and how other people value you based on their socioeconomic whatever. It's dumb and it's stupid, and I think that's what she's basically trying to point out. Like, when I was growing up, the way that people judged you first, if they didn't know you, was they would look at your shoes. If you didn't have the latest whatever on, back then when I was growing up, you was corny. Like you no longer had any value. How I was raised and where I'm from, yes, it's unfair. But if they didn't know you, if you don't have a certain type of designer on, if you don't have certain type of shoes on, or they don't care anything else about you. You could be the smartest person. You could be the coolest person. You could be good at sports. You could be good at anything. If you are poor dressing, they don't respect you at all. And that's just the society we live in. We get frustrated with women for being gold diggers and finally having interest in a man if he got some type of clout, status, or money. But guys do the same thing. They'll judge your value and status based upon where you are. Like, when you're an adult, by the time you get to an adult, people judge each other based on their status. Like, you will respect a man more based on his career, based on the car he drive, based on a lot of external factors. If a dude pull up in a Lamborghini and say he's a respectful guy, like he pulls up in a Lamborghini, he's cool with everybody. He get up, he dap everybody up, what's up, to everybody. And then you got somebody pull up in a 1984 hoopty, and he gets out the car wearing the most basic of basic clothes. And then he's trying to dap everybody up as well. You know that guy that pulled up in a Lamborghini, everybody gonna be like, man, he's so cool. He's so rich and he's so cool. But the guy who pulled up in the 1984 hoopty with dingy clothes, who's just as cool as the rich guy, y'all will not nearly, I'm talking to men. I'm talking about men. Y'all men would not respect him nearly as well as much as the Lamborghini guy. Y'all know that. You might have a few guys that respect him, but I'm talking about in general, bro. Come on, in general. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bro.